No one ever told you this. But maybe what's keeping you away from wealth is your effort itself. You were taught since childhood, work hard, study hard, give it your all, and success will follow. But look around. How many people do you know who work tirelessly year after year and still struggle to pay the bills, living paycheck to paycheck? How many are stuck in a life they never truly chose? Maybe even you. You wake up early, push yourself, give everything you've got, but deep down, something just doesn't feel right. Do you know why? Because they taught you to look outside for what can only be changed from within. Bob Proctor used to say, physical work is not the cause of wealth. It's just the vehicle. What really creates wealth is who you are on the inside. Your vibration, your paradigm. It's not effort that attracts money. It's your level of awareness about it. Bob Proctor. While most people are busy trying to do more, the truly wealthy are focused on becoming more. There's a silent myth running the world. The idea that the more you suffer, the more you deserve. That wealth must come through extreme sacrifice. That only the strongest, toughest, and most relentless succeed. But what if I told you that's an illusion? What if that belief was implanted to keep you constantly busy and far from your true creative power? Think about it for a second. You've seen people building fortunes, from home, investing, creating, teaching from scratch, while others exhaust themselves and still can't catch their breath. The difference isn't the work. It's the paradigm. The paradigm is like the operating system of your mind. It's the invisible set of beliefs, patterns, and perceptions that determines what you think you deserve, how much you allow yourself to earn, what you truly believe is possible. You can hustle all day long, but if your paradigm is set to scarcity, you'll just keep running in circles. It's like being in a cage, with the door wide open, but a blindfold over your eyes. In that context, hard work is just the desperate effort of someone trying to outrun themselves, trying to make up with action what hasn't been reprogrammed in their core. And here's the truth. You weren't born just to survive. You weren't meant to fight every single day. You were born to create, to expand, to thrive in peace. But that only happens when you understand that wealth isn't born from sweat. It's born from consciousness. And that's why in the next chapter, I'll show you exactly how these paradigms were created, and more importantly, how you can break free from them forever. If this is resonating with you, subscribe now to the channel, because the journey of the mind that creates prosperity is just getting started. You think you're in control, but what's truly running your life is what's hidden from you. Bob Proctor used to say, you are not your body. You are not your name. You are a bundle of mental habits called paradigms. Paradigms are invisible codes, patterns that were imprinted in your mind before you were even aware of them. They were absorbed during childhood, through your parents' words, the struggles they faced, and the beliefs society repeated until they became truth. You didn't choose them, but they're running the show. And here's the most dangerous part. You spend your whole life thinking you're free, when in reality, you're just following a hidden script. Think about this. How many times have you decided to change your life? Start a business, save money, do something different? But somehow, you always end up back in the same place? It's like trying to swim upstream. You use willpower, motivation, focus, but something keeps pulling you back. That something is your paradigm. Your paradigm works like a thermostat. Even if you try to turn up the heat in your life, if your internal setting is tuned to scarcity, fear, guilt, or limitation, you will unconsciously sabotage your progress, just to return to what feels familiar. That's why so many lottery winners go broke. They received money, but they never changed the mental structure that creates and sustains wealth. The outside changed, but the inside stayed the same. And the inside always wins. It's like driving a car with the emergency brake on. You can floor the gas pedal all you want, but you'll never hit the speed you're aiming for. That's what life is like with the wrong paradigms. But you don't progress. You work, but you don't prosper. You try, but something always blocks you. And the harder you push, the more exhausted you become. Bob used to say the only real way to change your life is to change your paradigm. Change the paradigm, and everything else changes automatically. Bob Proctor. Now you might be wondering, how do I know what my paradigm is? The answer is simple. Look at the results in your life. They're a perfect reflection of your mental programming. You don't get what you want. You get what aligns with your paradigm. And it doesn't matter how hard you work. If that invisible code keeps running in the background, you'll keep recreating the same reality, just with different faces and different scenes. You've got to stop fighting the outer world and start rewriting your inner world. But a warning, paradigms don't change through effort. They change through repetition, through emotional involvement, through decision. And the first step to breaking this cycle is understanding the difference between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Because your conscious mind wants freedom, but your subconscious is still trapped in the prison of the past. And that's what we'll dive into in the next chapter. You're busy, but you're not really moving. You're doing so much, but getting so little in return. And deep down, maybe it's making you feel exhausted, frustrated, even lost. Bob Proctor used to say, people confuse activity with productivity. But being busy doesn't mean you're aligned. There's a huge difference between working and receiving. Most people work like they're trying to earn the right to be prosperous, as if abundance were some prize only given to those who suffer the most. But listen closely. Wealth isn't a reward. It's a reflection. It's not about how much you push. It's about how much you're willing to receive. You could be killing yourself with work, but if deep inside you carry guilt, fear, or a sense of unworthiness, you're energetically blocking the flow of abundance. And this block is subtle, but powerful. How many times have you turned down help, an opportunity, a compliment, a gift, because you felt like you didn't need it, or it wasn't fair? That's the scarcity paradigm, silently at work. You were conditioned to believe that if it comes easy, it has no value, that you must grind and struggle to prove your worth. But the truly wealthy know something most people never hear. Receiving is a state of mind, and it needs to be practiced. Bob Proctor. Receiving isn't passive. It's alignment. When you align your vibration with abundance, you attract opportunities, ideas, people, and money without burning out. You begin to act from inspiration. You begin to live in flow. It's the difference between rowing against the current and letting the current carry you forward. Don't confuse this with laziness. Inspired action takes courage. The courage to pause, to listen, to follow your intuition. While the world races ahead, those who truly prosper understand this. The more connected you are to who you really are, the more the universe delivers what you truly want. And here's a powerful secret. You can do less and still receive more. But that only becomes possible when you shift your identity. When you stop seeing yourself as someone who must fight to survive, and start seeing yourself as someone who was born to thrive. Because wealth is a frequency, and the frequency of scarcity is tension, urgency, anxiety, while the frequency of prosperity is trust, peace, and worthiness. From this moment on, watch your behavior. Notice where you're acting out of fear and where you're acting out of alignment. Every time you force, you block. Every time you relax and trust, you open the flow. In the next chapter, you'll discover why your subconscious mind is truly the one running the show. Because your conscious mind may want wealth, but if your subconscious is still wired for survival, you'll stay stuck in the same loop. Once I understood this, my life changed forever. Because for the first time I realized the problem was never what I wanted. The problem was what I believed was possible. The human mind is divided into two powerful realms, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And if you don't understand how they work, you could spend your entire life wanting something and constantly manifesting the opposite. Your conscious mind is logical, rational, selective. It's the part of you that thinks, analyzes, and makes decisions. But here's the shocking truth. It only controls about 5% of your life. The remaining 95%? That's all your subconscious mind. Bob Proctor used to say, The conscious mind is the captain, but it's the subconscious that drives the ship. Your subconscious doesn't question. It accepts. It's like fertile soil, and every thought, emotion, or repeated idea is a seed that gets planted. If you repeat a lie often enough, like, money is hard, I'm not good enough, or I have to suffer to succeed, your subconscious accepts it as truth and begins shaping your reality to match it. It creates automatic behaviors. It attracts situations that align with those beliefs. It even blocks opportunities that conflict with your inner programming. You might say, I want to be rich. But if your subconscious believes rich people are selfish, you will never allow true wealth into your life. You'll sabotage it, delay it, lose it, avoid it, without even realizing. It's like trying to push a car with the brakes on. You waste energy, but go nowhere. Here's the good news. You can reprogram all of this, but not with effort, with emotional repetition. Bob Proctor taught that the most powerful way to rewire your subconscious is by using images, emotions, and frequency. Because the subconscious doesn't understand logic, but it understands feeling. When you feel something strongly enough, whether it's fear or power, lack or abundance, that signal goes straight into your subconscious and becomes a new command. That's why empty affirmations don't work. You can say, I am wealthy, 1,000 times, but if deep down it doesn't feel true, your subconscious will reject it. The secret isn't what you say. It's what you vibrate when you say it. You need to create an inner state where your conscious and subconscious minds are in harmony, where desire and belief walk together. That's when you enter the true state of creation. This isn't magic. It's neuroscience. It's quantum physics. It's vibration. Your subconscious isn't working against you. It's simply operating under old commands. And it's up to you to update the system. In the next chapter, you'll learn exactly how to do that. We'll talk about how to reprogram your subconscious to attract wealth naturally and consistently. And if this is resonating with you so far, just imagine what's still ahead. You don't need to chase money. You need to learn how to attract it. Money isn't just paper. It's a frequency, and you'll only attract it consistently when your subconscious mind is fully aligned with the vibration of abundance. But here's the secret no one ever told you. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Bob Proctor would say it clearly. You will never earn more money than you believe you deserve. The subconscious mind doesn't respond to words. It responds to images and emotions. Reprogramming your subconscious isn't about chanting empty phrases. It's about stepping into a new state of being. And to do that, you must master 3 powerful keys. 1. Daily repetition. Your subconscious learns by repetition. Just like you learn to walk, drive, or brush your teeth, by doing it over and over again until it became second nature. You need rituals, affirmations, visualizations, subliminal audio, but done every day. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. You don't need an hour a day, but you do need to show up every day. And ideally, do it right before bed and right after waking up. That's when your mind is in alpha state, the most receptive frequency for reprogramming. 2. Emotional involvement. Repetition without emotion is just noise. But when you feel what you affirm, your subconscious believes it. Imagine it vividly. What does your wealthy life look like? What do you see? Feel? Who's there with you? What does it feel like to wake up knowing you're free? Feel it. Love it. That feeling is the magic ingredient. Bob would always say, emotion is energy in motion. It's what stamps the new image onto the subconscious. 3. Absolute clarity. You can't attract something you haven't defined. If your vision of wealth is vague, your results will be too. The clearer your internal image is, the faster your subconscious works to make it real. Write it down. Draw it. Visualize it in detail. See yourself already living it, as if it were your current reality. Because here's the truth. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. It simply responds to emotionally repeated instruction. And once you change the program, your behavior changes. Your decisions change. your vibration changes. And as a result, money comes. Let's be honest. Doubt will come. Your old paradigm will try to pull you back. You'll hear that inner voice saying, "This isn't for me. This won't work. This is just another illusion." In that moment, you have to become bigger than your past identity. Don't fight the thought. Just observe it and keep going. Keep going even when you don't fully believe yet. Because transformation happens when you continue the process, even in doubt. That's the moment the old program starts to break. Now, close your eyes for a second. Take a deep breath. And imagine the most prosperous version of you. Smiling, glowing with peace, money flowing to you with ease. That version of you already exists. You just need to step into it, one image at a time. And now let's talk about the 3 fatal traps that keep most people stuck in scarcity, even after learning all of this. You've read the books, watched the videos, tried the affirmations. You've worked hard, and yet, money still slips through your fingers. Because there are 3 invisible mental traps that act like poison to your prosperity. Bob Proctor warned about them constantly. And today, you're going to identify them and eliminate them. Mistake number 1. Acting from the wrong identity. You say, "I want to be rich." But your actions are based on escaping debt, not creating wealth. You make decisions out of fear. You negotiate like there's never enough. You choose opportunities from lack, not vision. Here's the truth. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. If you act like someone trying to survive, you stay tuned to the frequency of survival. And wealth doesn't live there. You must act like someone who already is, even before the money shows up, even when it feels illogical. This is what Bob called acting as if until you become it. It's not fake. It's vibrational alignment. Mistake number 2, using reality as proof. This one's subtle, but deadly. You say your affirmation, but then you look at your bank account and think, "It's not working. Look at my life, nothing's changed." Let me ask you this. When you plant a seed, do you dig it up every day to check if it's growing? Of course not. Because you trust the invisible process. Reprogramming your subconscious takes time. And the universe needs space to rearrange the field around you. If you doubt just because reality doesn't look different yet, you're breaking the process halfway through. But would say, look within more often. Your external reality is just a reflection of your internal state. From a few days, or even weeks, ago. Your current reality is an echo of your past, not a limit to your future. Mistake number 3, waiting to feel ready. You wait to feel confident before you start. You wait to feel ready to invest. You wait to have more before acting like someone who has. But that's not how the mind works. You don't wait to feel it before acting. You act as if it's real until it becomes real. This requires faith, but not blind faith. Faith built on consistency. Every time you act like you're already wealthy, you're telling your subconscious, "This is who I am now." And your mind responds. It adapts. It shifts your vibration, your posture, your language, your magnetism. And then, the universe responds to that. Quick recap. Stop acting like someone escaping poverty. Stop using your current reality as a measuring stick. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start acting as if you already are. Eliminate these 3 mistakes, and you'll feel the shift in days. Because scarcity isn't a destiny. It's a program, and you have the power to rewrite it. Now we've reached the deepest part of this journey. Rebuilding your identity. This isn't just an explanation. This is a ritual. If you can, close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath. Because what's coming next has the power to transform everything. Bob Proctor used to say, "You will never consistently earn more money than your self-image allows." It doesn't matter how much you study. It doesn't matter how hard you work. If your self-image is still stuck in lack, you'll always find a way to lose what you earn, or sabotage yourself just as you're about to rise. Because your mind will always try to return to what feels familiar, and your reality will never rise above what you believe you are. What is self-image? Your self-image isn't what you see in the mirror. It's what you see in silence. It's the mental picture you hold deep inside your consciousness, what you believe you deserve, what you think is possible for you. And that image controls everything. It determines how much you allow yourself to receive, how you position yourself in the world, how much you value yourself, even how much you charge for what you offer. How to change it. The Prosperous Self-Image Ritual. Bob taught a simple but powerful technique called the Prosperous Self-Image. It happens in 3 steps. Step 1. Create the detailed image. You're going to visualize a new version of yourself. Not vaguely, in detail. Picture it in your mind like a movie. How do you dress? How do you walk? How do you speak? How do you work? Where do you live? How do people treat you? Most of all, how do you feel? Imagine walking into a room with presence, being respected, admired, seen. Imagine money flowing with ease. Imagine making bold decisions with confidence. Feel it. Be it. Even just for a few minutes. Step 2. Write a declaration. Write it in the present tense as if it's already real. I am a prosperous person. Money flows to me with ease. I am valued for what I do. I have clarity, confidence, and vision. I am financially free, and I help others become free too. Read this declaration every single day. Out loud. With emotion. Before bed. First thing in the morning. And anytime doubt creeps in. Repetition with emotion. That's the key. Step 3. The mirror technique. Be alone. Stand in front of a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes. And say, I see abundance in me. I deserve it. I am capable. I receive it now. At first, it might feel awkward, but that's exactly where transformation begins. Because the moment you hold a new image of yourself, the world is forced to respond to it. Bonus, the night ritual. Put on soft music. Turn off the lights. Take a deep breath. Lie down and begin to see yourself as this new version. As if you're stepping into it. Imagine that version of you, rising up from the basement of your subconscious and taking control of your body, your mind, your life. Feel like you're being born again, not as someone else, but as your unlocked self. You don't need to become someone new to be wealthy. You only need to remember who you've always been. Beneath the fear, the programming, and the limits, your true essence is prosperity. And today, it just woke up. If this video spoke to your soul, just imagine what's coming next. Subscribe to the channel now, because the journey of reprogramming your mind is just getting started. And if you're truly committed, drop it in the comments. I was born to be rich. Let's anchor this new identity together. In the dark, in the silence, in the truth.